What's up? What's up? What's up? Coach Bruce in the studio. And I just wanted to say briefly, I hold on. Check, check. Okay. All right. Figure that out. That was weird. So I started reading Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins today. And I'm excited to read this because I've been hearing a lot about him lately. And I'd kind of run across him a while back and thought he was pretty hardcore, but an interesting dude. I recently found out that he's ADHD, so that made him a lot more interesting to me. And getting into the book, he is a really, really great writer, which I was not expecting. I was expecting him to be motivational, and I was, expecting there to be like a lot of like good inspirational quotes, but it's actually starting out to be a really compelling read so far. So I will let you guys know what I think long term. But it had me thinking about like, he's always talking about like mental toughness and pushing through and what that means for ADHD people. And I recently, like in the past couple of weeks or so, have adopted a do it now philosophy. Just there's so many things that are often, on my mind that I think are important. And sometimes I get off kilter trying to figure out what to do because it all starts to pile up, and trying to schedule everything can get kind of hard. And then if you miss something, then you find yourself feeling even more overwhelmed because you didn't do the thing when you had time. Anyways, what I have found is that if I just do the thing as soon as it's like feasible, I'm much happier. I feel more fulfillment. I feel more purpose. And this, this really goes to my relationship with my wife because we are both, I'm still struggling with the being on the spectrum. I still like, I haven't had an official diagnosis, but a lot of stuff is encouraging me to believe that I'm on the spectrum, and my wife is as well. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it's a new definition of my identity, and I'm still, wrestling with that a little bit. But I know that there are some things that we struggle with in communication, and when it comes to all the energy flying around our house, there's a lot of like just raw energy that isn't always directed the best way because we both struggle with emotional regulation at times. We both struggle with you know unfiltered communication. We both struggle with um, getting over things, and I find myself feeling like I'm in the doghouse all the time, whether I'm not really in, if I feel that there's any possibility that I'm not living up to the promise of my husbandhood, then I find myself feeling like I'm in the doghouse. Sometimes based off of nothing at all. Sometimes based off of a look that my wife has that kind of suggests to me that she's not happy, even though her words are saying that she's fine, whatever. But sometimes there's this disconnect between what she wants to share and what I'm seeing. And I don't think that she's lying to me per se, but I feel like at times she's just processing a lot of emotions, and she's not upset at me. She's just trying to figure out what's going on in her head. And I see that and I automatically think like, well, I screwed up, and she would just rather I not be here. And that's a place I don't really get to nearly as often now because I know what I'm here for, and I know what's important to me, and I know how to keep my side of the street clean and do the things that I'm supposed to do in our marriage and I'm supposed to do as a father. And I know it is so much more effective for me to take on the things that she that I have committed to do that involve her. It's whether she asked me to do it or not is not of importance. It's that I've committed to do these things, and she expects me to follow through with that. And what I realized recently is that ADHD people have a tendency to like when they want something, they want it now. That's I'm definitely that person, And my wife has gotten used to asking me to do something and then me doing it in my own time. And I feel like that's fair for me to want that to, like, I'll get around to it, okay? Like, I'll put it on my schedule, I'll set a day for it, whatever. But if she's noticed it and she has asked me to do it, she probably was wanting it done now. And is that fair? It doesn't matter. I want to be in a harmonious relationship with my wife more than I want to be, treated like a delicate little flower all the time. I would rather just get the thing done and have her treat me with the love and respect outwardly that I want to be treated with. And it's not that she withholds any of that from me or anything. It's that when she's trying to grind out that patience, it's taking up a lot of mental space for her. If I just do the thing, I've noticed that it opens up a lot of avenues for like higher level communication. There's not as much on her mind because I'm just knocking stuff off of her mental list. As long as it's out there to know she gave it to me to do, unfortunately, she's still thinking about it. Whether it's actively or it's just popping into her mind every now and then, and it's like, is that going to get done? It's creating a mental workload for her. So I've found that if I just do it, and for one, it shows that she can trust me to get things done because I'm going to take care of them. And whenever I can't do it immediately, I just immediately put it on my calendar so I don't miss it. Like, so I like, it's like, okay, I can't do it right now because I'm doing XYZ, but I'm gonna put it on my schedule so I can do it tomorrow afternoon. Boom, it's on my calendar. It's gonna remind me in the morning. I'll get it done as soon as I'm able. And that has been really, really efficient for me to, you know, I don't want to say that it's all about her patting me on the back, because it's not. Like, I like to feel a sense of purpose. I like to get stuff done around the house. I like to be Mr. Fix It. I like to, be the guy that my kids know that if they bring me something, I'm going to get it fixed for them. And I've generally been okay at that, but it's always been on my schedule. And I feel like there's a massive difference between the way people receive it whenever you just do it, when they just ask it and you just do it right then, because the thing that you're doing is not that much more important. There's a certain level of specialness that comes with being attended to immediately. And I like seeing that look on people's faces, and it's like, oh, you're gonna do it now. That feels good. I don't know. I'm not doing it because it feels good. I'm doing it because I want to be a person who is producing a consistent result and is a person of that is trustworthy and is a leader in the home. But a benefit of that is it feels amazing. It is a totally different attitude towards me from my entire household. And I like that. And I think that it's, partially because, like I said, that factor of feeling special, but it's also, that's what a leader does. A leader just gets it done. They don't make excuses. They don't find, reasons why they can't. They just get it done. And being a leader in your home is it's an intoxicating feeling. That is, I think it's a good one to be intoxicated by. So that's all I'm going to talk about today, because speaking of being a leader, I want to get back to my family. Um, I've had a big long day. Still trying to fix the washer, but had to visit from some family. I'm ready to hang out with my kids and my wife and just chill. So that is it for today. Be yourself, love yourself. I will talk to you next time.